The Invisible Empire, Hezbollah's global criminal web, Beirut 2025. Dawn breaks over a city scarred by war. In the shadows of Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, a convoy of unmarked trucks slips through the mist loaded with crates that don't carry fruit or goods. But something far deadlier, millions of Captagon pills, the drug fueling Hezbollah's global empire. This isn't just a local operation, it's a thread in a vast multi-billion-dollar criminal network stretching from the cocaine fields of Latin America to the smuggling routes of West Africa, bankrolling terrorism with every gram sold. Buckle up for a chilling journey into Hezbollah's dark underworld where drugs, money, and power collide in a saga that'll leave you stunned. This is a story of betrayal, bloodshed, and a hidden force that threatens the world, and you won't want to miss a single twist. Act 1. The roots of terror. Hezbollah, born in 1982 amid Lebanon's brutal civil war, emerged as a Shiite militia backed by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. Initially a resistance group against Israeli occupation, it morphed into a state within a state, with a private army, political party, and social services rivaling Lebanon's government. But beneath the surface, Hezbollah's true power lies in its criminal empire, fueled by an estimated $700 million annually from Iran and millions more from illicit schemes. By the 1990s, under the command of Imad Mughniya, Hezbollah's external security organization, the group turned to crime to diversify its funds, weaving a global web of drug trafficking, money laundering, and smuggling. Why are they feared? Hezbollah's reach is staggering, active in the Middle East, Latin America, West Africa, Europe, and even the United States. They've orchestrated devastating attacks like the 1992 Israeli embassy bombing and the 1994 AMIA Jewish Center attack in Buenos Aires, killing 85 and wounding 150, planned by Iran and executed by Hezbollah operatives. Civilians dread their invisible presence. Restaurants, shops, and cultural centers in places like Paraguay's Tree Border Area, TBA, often serve as fronts for their operations. Police and intelligence agencies, from the DEA to Interpol, struggle against their sophisticated networks, which exploit Lebanese diaspora communities and corrupt officials to move money and drugs with impunity. Our story begins with Khalil Abbas, a Hezbollah operative in the TBA, where Argentina, Brazil, and Paraguay meet. Khalil, a wiry man with a knack for blending in, oversees a cocaine smuggling ring that generates $20 million a year for Hezbollah. His latest mission, secure a 12-ton cocaine shipment disguised as charcoal briquettes bound for West Africa and Europe. The stakes are high. One slip and he risks exposing Hezbollah's entire Latin American network. Act 2, the Latin American connection. Hezbollah's Latin American operations thrive in the lawless TBA, a smuggling hub since the 1980s. Leveraging a Lebanese diaspora of 18 million, the group embeds operatives like Khalil among legitimate businesses, from car dealerships to casinos. Their drug trafficking exploded in the 2000s, partnering with Colombian cartels like La Oficina de Envigado and Mexico's Los Zetas. A key player, Ayman Juma, a Lebanese Colombian, laundered $200 million a month in drug proceeds through a network spanning Latin America, West Africa, and Lebanon. In 2023, the U.S. Treasury sanctioned Samir Akil Rada for drug trafficking and money laundering in the TBA, while his brother Amer managed charcoal-based smuggling schemes. The DEA's Project Cassandra, launched in 2008, uncovered Hezbollah's cocaine pipeline from Peru, Bolivia, and Colombia through Venezuela and Panama to Europe, and the U.S. Operation Titan, a DEA sting, led to 130 arrests and seized $23 million, exposing Juma's ties to Hezbollah and cartels. Yet the group's political clout in Venezuela, bolstered by the Maduro regime's ties to Iran, shields their operations. Civilians live in fear of reprisals. Hezbollah's operatives have kidnapped and killed to protect their networks, as seen in the 2014 abduction of Czech officers to secure a drug trafficker's release. Police are outmatched, with corrupt officials and weak enforcement in the TBA allowing Hezbollah to operate freely. Khalil, in a smoky TBA warehouse, oversees the cocaine's transfer to a ship bound for West Africa, but he's unaware of Elena Rojas, a Colombian undercover agent infiltrating the cartel. Elena, driven by the murder of her brother in a cartel hit, has been feeding intel to the DEA. She's close to cracking Khalil's operation, but a single misstep could cost her life. Act 3, the West African nexus. West Africa is Hezbollah's smuggling superhighway. Cocaine from Latin America floods ports in Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Nigeria, then moves to Europe and the Middle East. The region's porous borders and corrupt governments make it a perfect hub. Hezbollah's operatives, like the Barakat family, launder drug money through businesses in Gambia and Senegal, funneling profits to Lebanon. In 2023, Turkish authorities linked Hezbollah to drug traffickers moving Captagon, a synthetic amphetamine, through Syria and Lebanon. The public fears Hezbollah's grip on local economies. Entire markets in West Africa are fronts for their operations. Police are powerless. Bribes and threats ensure silence, and the group's use of stable coins like Tether, USDT, for money laundering, moving tens of millions through digital wallets, evades traditional tracking. In 2023, Israeli authorities seized 17 million in USDT linked to Hezbollah, a first in crypto seizures. In Lagos, Khalil meets Fatima Diallo, a West African fixer with ties to Hezbollah's financial network. Fatima, a former banker turned money launderer, converts cocaine profits into USDT, wiring them to Lebanon via the Tron blockchain. But Elena's intel has reached the DEA, and a sting operation is closing in. As Fatima hands Khalil a burner phone with the crypto wallet's codes, drones hum overhead. Someone's watching. Act 4. The Betrayal. The climax unfolds in a Lagos port where Khalil's shipment is loaded onto a freighter. Elena, posing as a cartel courier, plants a tracker in the cargo. But Fatima's instincts kick in. She smells a rat. In a heart-pounding confrontation, Fatima corners Elena, a knife to her throat. Khalil, torn between loyalty to Hezbollah and his own survival, hesitates. Then DEA agents swarm, backed by Nigerian police. Gunfire erupts and Khalil escapes, but not before Elena uploads the crypto codes to the DEA, exposing Hezbollah's financial pipeline. Back in Lebanon, Hezbollah's leaders are furious. The shipment's loss and the crypto leak threaten their empire. But a deeper betrayal emerges. Fatima was a double agent, feeding intel to the Lotus Collective, a mysterious hacker group targeting Hezbollah's networks. The same group from our Asian syndicate saga, the Lotus Collective, planted a virus in the crypto wallet set to leak Hezbollah's drug routes and financiers to Interpol. This is just the beginning of Hezbollah's shadowy empire. Want to know how deep this rabbit hole goes? Hit that subscribe button to join our investigation into the world's deadliest criminal networks. New episodes drop weekly, and you won't want to miss the next twist. The twist: as Khalil vanishes into Beirut's alleys, the virus activates, flooding the dark web with Hezbollah's secrets. Names of operatives, bank accounts, even ties to Venezuelan officials. The Lotus Collective claims credit, but their identity remains a mystery. Are they vigilantes, a rival syndicate, or an AI-driven force? Hezbollah's Latin American and West African networks teeter on collapse, but the group's resilience is legendary. Will Khalil rebuild the empire? Can Elena survive Hezbollah's wrath? And what does the Lotus Collective want? Hezbollah's empire is cracking, but the war is far from over. Who's behind the Lotus Collective? And can anyone stop the Narco-Terror machine? Share this video, like, and subscribe to dive deeper into the underworld's darkest secrets. Your support fuels our investigations. Join the fight for truth now. Why Hezbollah terrifies. Hezbollah's global reach makes them a nightmare for civilians and law enforcement. In Latin America, their cocaine trade fuels violence, with the TBA a hotbed of fear where businesses pay protection money or face death. In West Africa, entire communities are complicit, coerced by bribes or threats. Police and agencies like the DEA are outgunned. Hezbollah's use of crypto, political protection in Venezuela, and diaspora networks make them nearly untouchable. Their terrorist attacks, from Buenos Aires to planned plots in Brazil 2023 and Chile 2024, prove they're not just criminals but a global threat. What's next for Hezbollah? Will the Lotus Collective strike again? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and share it to spread the word. Subscribe for more heart-pounding exposés on the world's deadliest syndicates. The truth is out there, and we're uncovering it, one story at a time. Don't miss out.